What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, guys, we got to talk about the cryptocurrency market, give updates on Picoin, and trust me, the sell pressure is coming to an end soon. Now, remember, as always, never financial advice, just putting you guys on the plays that I'm in. If you're new around here, smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. So, right now, the overall cryptocurrency market is pulling back after it began a really strong rally at market open this morning. And unfortunately, it's due to the fact that we just underwent the biggest cryptocurrency hack that has ever occurred, one of the biggest, by the Lazarus Group. We're talking 1.4 billion US dollars being extracted and was exploited and pulled out of Bybit's exchange. We're going to talk about more regarding that, but today's focus and what I want to discuss, guys, is 99%. Yes, 99% of you watching this video are probably going to lose money. And I want to try to at least get a few of you 1%ers out there because there is some significant sell pressure for Picoin. Since launch, we saw this thing peak all the way up at nearly $2 and dropped all the way down to 72 cents. We saw it fall below 70 cents for quite some time, and now we've just seen a lot of volatility and running sideways. Volume is still pretty strong at $550 million exchanged in the hands of traders. To my surprise, we really haven't seen much exchanges list Picoin. We only saw OKX and BitGet, as well as Gate.io. So really three pretty significant exchanges, especially when it comes to Gate and OKX, in my opinion. Those are very liquid exchanges. BitGet is also very reputable, maybe a tier 2, but I would consider OKX a tier 1, and also Gate maybe a tier 2 as well. So what we want to talk about today, of course, is the price action and where we believe Picoin is going and why I am going to say 99% of you are going to lose money. And only the 1% of you watching, unfortunately, and I'm hoping it's the majority at some point, are going to be paying attention as to what is happening. So before we even dive in, remember there's always going to be a link down below for the Pi network itself, where you can start mining and gaining Pi coins via either an Android app, or you can utilize Apple. So any Apple products, iPhones, you name it, iPads, you can start mining on those. So remember, there's a link always down below. Let's talk about what happened with North Korea earlier today. So Zach XBT was the first person to report, as well as touch base on what happened with the Lazarus Group. 1.4 billion US dollars, unfortunately hacked by their group. They're very infamous and, historically speaking, have been the culprits to a lot of different cryptocurrency exchange hacks. So this one here is no different. With that being said, the magnitude and the potential of how this will impact the cryptocurrency market in the short and long term is still not fully comprehended, but obviously it has caused a flash crash across the market. Bitcoin is holding above 95K. We're seeing Ethereum at 2650 after breaking above 2800. And the craziest part is the $1.4 billion amount was all ETH, unfortunately. So again, it's quite significant, and it does impact Picoin itself because of the fact that we're seeing a pullback. So let's go back to what I was just talking about momentarily, a moment ago, and that is the 99% of you watching are unfortunately going to probably end up losing money. But I'm hoping that you pay attention here. So all we're seeing across all the different social media pages are how Picoin has underwhelmed individuals. Pi network token crashes 65% following mainnet launch. But guys, remember, the best analogy I can put with anything is any cryptocurrency that ever goes live on a mainnet and has liquidity on exchanges needs to undergo anywhere between a 20, 50, 70, up to a 90% correction prior to running up, breaking all-time high, and hopefully not even 10xing, 100xing, way beyond that. Understand that overall, the sentiment for Pi Network still remains very strong across the community. And that's the number one indicator for me that we're still looking bullish long-term. Short-term pain and short-term price action does not impact long-term potential. Pi Network token crashed 65%. This was posted on Cointelegraph, a subsidiary of Binance, mind you. Bybit CEO Ben Zhao challenged Pi Network to prove its legitimacy by addressing a Chinese reporter that called the project a scam targeting elderly people. So Pi Network's native coin or token Pi dropped more than 65% following the project's highly anticipated mainnet launch. This is very much due to the fact that we saw a pretty significant short position being built out against Pi after launch. And of course, we saw Hyperliquid create leveraged short positions on their exchange. We saw it on BitGet. We saw it on OKX perpetual futures. A lot of people shorting the coin. And that happens. It's oftentimes a thing because they anticipated all these miners who haven't been able to sell over the last few years of mining and mining and mining and accumulating tokens are going to dump their coins. And a lot of people did. And those are probably going to be a part of that 99% that I talked about at the beginning of the video. So on February 20th, we know that Pi Network announced its open network had officially launched, and the project said this allowed users to access centralized exchanges and other businesses beyond the ecosystem. At the same time, it was listed on some crypto trading platforms, like I mentioned here, BitGet, OKX, MEXC, Gate.io, and a few others. And they opened trading. Now it's been almost 2 days ago. With users allowed to trade their tokens, the price of Pi quickly plummeted from $1.84 all the way down to 64 cents, and now up to 72 cents at the time of this video and recording. But what's interesting is Bybit CEO, talk about karma here. Bybit CEO, he stated and said on his Twitter, here's an official police warning of Pi from Chinese police back in 2023, warning the public that it's a scam targeted towards elderly folks. And Bybit has made no listings request Pi and claimed that Pi refused Bybit listing or Bybit did not pass some sort of KYB of Pi is completely nonsense. If the project is legitimate and straight up, then you should come forth and address these reports so everyone can understand. But instead, you choose to make up blank and do these childish attacks with no ground. Yes, I think you are a scam, and no, Bybit will not list scams. And this was from Ben Zhao. What's crazy is the timing of what happened thereafter. A few hours later, we saw the biggest hack, literally the biggest hack in a really long time happen directly on their exchanges. Is it maybe because of his statements about Pi? Who knows? But we know the people that are, or the individuals that are attributed to this are the Lazarus Group, which is, again, a North Korean hacker group who could have been a part of the Pi network. We don't know. We don't know the exact thing. But the fact that he's calling Pi a scam, I think it's unfair. It's unfair to the millions of people who've been working for such a long time. It's unfair to the development team and the pioneers and the contributors that have been working for a long time mining this cryptocurrency. I think there is a lot more that we need to look for in terms of future potential and growth. I don't think we are going to rule anything out, right? We can't make 100% certain predictions in the future, but I think just the fact that we have such a big denominator, a big community presence across the entire global cryptocurrency market, I don't see why we don't see a big rally after all the paper hands, all the people that are just holding or just were mining for the last few years that want to get out. Let them all out. Let them flush their positions and exit. It is totally fine and it's totally fair. This is just part of the market. But as soon as the market shifts, when Bitcoin goes back to its all-time high of 109,000, hopefully we see it over that, 115, 120K. When we see Ethereum break its all-time high, which is a 2x from here at 4,800, 5,000, 5,500, where do you guys think Pi goes? I think easily. Remember, Dogecoin, a meme coin with no inherent value. There's no way to mine it with the ease of just using your mobile device. It doesn't have a substantial community around it. It rallied to an over $80 billion valuation, which puts Pi at $14 per coin if it went to Dogecoin's all-time high. But I'm telling you, in my opinion, based off their layer one, based off everything else, and you can go on their website. For those of you that don't know, go in and learn about Pi. Read about it. Read about how they basically changed the game completely. It's decentralized, it's user-friendly, it's very easy access, and the fact is you can mine from your phone anywhere in the world. Right now I'm in the Middle East, I'm in Dubai, and I'm able to mine actively. It didn't slow me down whatsoever. Have I sold any Pi? Absolutely not. Holding my full position. Do I have a lot? Not as much as I want. And that's why I'm going to continue to build it out, lock up my tokens, and hope that we do see at the peak of the bull run, in the end of Q4, going into Q1 2026, Q4 2025, Pi at hopefully over 100, 200, 300, $400 billion valuation, which puts it at a clean, not even 10x from here, but potentially a 100x for the circulating market cap, depending on where the rest of the cryptocurrency market goes. So with that being said, I do have the $100, $200 price target for Picoin. May it reach it? Sure. May it not? Sure. Take profits on the way up? Absolutely. Create your strategy. Make sure you are locked in and ready for anything. Bloody days like today, where we see red because of big hacks, like what happened to Bybit after their CEO made those remarks. Hey, it's a part of the game. And so this is an easy time to start scooping up the dip. And I think regardless, we will see more exchanges list, especially tier ones like Binance and Coinbase and many, many more. And we'll see where things go from there. So I appreciate you guys' support as always. That's all I had. And until next time, everybody, keep investing. Peace.